Hello guys, you're welcome. I'm Olumakiwa Aaron.
And I'm Esther Bagu.
And this is Kingdom Influencers Incorporated. I'm excited because we're talking about something that will inspire you, that will boost your faith. We're talking about
5 things Prophet TB Joshua overcame to become successful.
5 things you had to overcome to emerge a success. Just stay tuned, and I believe you'll be super inspired. Joshua, I can say, is one of the most criticized clergymen in Nigeria, in Africa, and perhaps in the world. There are some sects that believe he's a true man of God, while there are some people that believe he's not a man of God, he's of the devil. Now, whichever party you belong to, we are not doing this video to make you support him, but we're trying to inspire you to see how far and how much you can become successful. You can overcome the challenges that may be an obstacle to you becoming successful. It appears that right from his mother's womb, the devil has already marked him as an enemy. It's recorded that he spent 15 whole months, that's an extra 6 months, as against the normal 9 months a child would spend in his mother's womb. And the prophet, the clergyman, overcame and emerged after 15 months. And just about 7 days after his birth, it's recorded also that he narrowly escaped a boulder from a quarry very close to his house that landed on his house. He narrowly escaped death by the boulder just landing few inches away from him. So it appears really that the devil had already marked him as an enemy right from when he was a child, and he has started emerging victorious right from when he was a child.
Though Prophet TB Joshua was well known among presidents, among celebrities, among governors, and highly influential men, did you know that Prophet TB Joshua was a school dropout? Yeah, he was a school dropout. So he barely made it out of primary school between the year of 1971 to 1977. Then he dropped out of secondary school in his first year. But yet, seeing him among presidents, among celebrities, among other prophets, like you would think that he's someone that has masters and degrees and all of that abroad, but no. Prophet TB Joshua dropped out of secondary school in his first year.
Now, after dropping out from school, TB Joshua lived in abject poverty. He had to eke out a living by washing people's feet on the streets of Lagos. He also had to work in a poultry, disposing the poultry waste and all that. He had to live from hand to mouth just to survive. In an attempt to survive, in an attempt to break even with life and society, he decided to join the military. But his plans to join the military was aborted after he couldn't catch up with the train. But thanks to God, he didn't catch up with that train. Perhaps you might not have known TB Joshua, Prophet TB Joshua, the senior pastor of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, the world-renowned prophet as he was. Perhaps you might not have ever heard of a TB Joshua today. Thanks to God, it appears God uses our failures to bring out the best out of us.
Prophet TB Joshua also overcame criticism from the world around him as the guest house collapsed on the 12th of September 2014, killing about 115 people. There were many critics, like there were words, there were things, gossips and all of that concerning him, because many claim that he's a prophet and stuff like that shouldn't have happened. Some claim that he used dead for rituals and all of that. However, a few days later, the prophet released a CCTV footage that showed an aircraft hovering around the building at around 4 times, and after which the building then collapsed. So many would have thought that that would be the end of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, or rather the end of the prophet's ministry. But After all of that, he still overcame, he pulled through, and he stood out tall amidst all this crisis. Prophet TB Joshua overcame criticism from the world around, not only from unbelievers, but also from fellow Christians, just as we are. He was criticized by the Khan and the rest of them. He was also blacklisted by the government of Cameroon in 2010, claiming that he was the son of the devil.
Can you beat that? For just no reason. Oftentimes I wonder what he really did to deserve that kind of treatment. I'm not saying he's a man of God, neither am I saying he's not a man of God. I'm still on the middle ground there. But when I observe his ministry and I see what he had done, I wonder what else should we expect from a real man of God. And he had to earn my respect, our respect in Kingdom Influencers Incorporated, because despite all the criticism from the Christian body, from unbelievers, from nations, from the top government officials, and all that, he was able to pull through. He was able to remain focused. He was able to finish his assignment, and he was able to, touch lives as much as he could. I mean, for someone to pull through all that kind of criticism, for someone to be a school dropout and pull through that, for someone to have that kind of collapse, his guest house collapsing in the squad and pulling through that. I mean, he has every right to earn our respect.
Yeah.
What do you think?
He does actually. Like, who can just withstand all of those trials that came his way, and despite all that, he never stopped being him. He never stopped his giving. He never stopped his encouragement and all of that. From me, he was the best we could ever get.
So, just in case you feel call of the Lord, you feel you have an assignment from God, whatever it may be, whether in the church or in any capacity, you may have a call and you have obstacles. You seen obstacles in your life. Perhaps you're not educated. Perhaps you are scared that what you will do will be criticized, or you'll be persecuted for the message God has sent you to deliver to the world. Whatever it may be, even if you're a business person, you are going through challenges. I want you to look at the life of this clergyman, the Prophet TB Joshua, and see how he put through all these obstacles, all these challenges, and emerged successful, emerged influential. If he can have that kind of influence, positively or even negatively, you know what I mean, you also, you can. What do you think?
I think they can.
We
can.
We believe you can also. So fasten your seatbelt and get on your assignment. Ignore the voices of those that are trying to pull you down. Ignore the voices of those that are trying to discourage you, that are trying to criticize you. Ignore everything trying to persecute you for whatever reason.
And we'll see you in our next video where we'll talk about things he pioneered. So stay tuned.
First, we must believe. Then we will see. To be a Christian and to continue to grow as a Christian, your life has to what? I can't hear you. Depend on the word of God. Why are you run out of faith? When life becomes difficult, you switch on your heart to the word of God. But your life depends on it. True Christian, true believer, never run out of faith. When life becomes difficult, the same faith that brought them to Jesus, that brought them to God, will keep them. Because Satan himself, the cause of crisis, the cause of challenges, has been defeated.